Hi, I'm India Preston. I'm the Director of Platform Solutions at Loople, and I'm joined by one of Loople's valued customers.
Thanks, India. I'm James Arnold, head of the LPM team at Denton, UK, Ireland, and Middle East. It's great to be here today.
Great, and we're here to shed a little bit of light on James's approach to collaborating with startups and the focus that you put, James, on identifying use cases to encourage faster, more successful adoption of technology at the firm. James, we've been working together this year with the rollout of Loople at Dentons. And just want to start at the beginning and ask how you approach seeking out new technologies in the market to service your LPM team and the lawyers you support.
So we have a number of ways. So we've got a great innovation team who help us with horizon scanning, and we support them with piloting some products once they've been selected. We also have an innovation framework, which we put our innovation initiatives through to ensure they all have consistent outcomes and are supported by the core innovation team, as well as legal project managers and professional development lawyers across the firm. This allows for a consistent level of scrutiny, which is simply not possible if we approach innovation in silos. And then otherwise, we do a lot of collaboration with other LPM teams and other law firms, and indeed among our clients, to share best practice and discuss where we've successfully deployed technology within our teams. And then we also attend carefully selected industry events to make sure we have our ear to the ground at all times.
Great. And what led to your interest in Loople? And related to that, what do you find attractive about collaborating with startups in legal tech?
So we found that Loople stood out as being an incredibly simple platform that does what it does and does it very, very well. Too many platforms that we've seen in the market try and do too much, and they try and cover too many bases, and actually they don't necessarily get it 100% right in all of those use cases. So what we find Loop was it had one message, one clear purpose, and it did it really, really, really well. In terms of how working with Loople, so the product that we first started working with at the initial pilot phase and what we actually work with now are very, very different. So actually, we worked really closely with Loople in order to shape what that looks like, and actually working with a startup has really helped with that. So, listening to our feedback, we worked really, really closely with India and the team to actually develop what the use cases might be and to shape what the product is now, and that's been really beneficial to the teams across the firm.
Brilliant. And then how have you gone about introducing Loople as a new piece of technology across the different practice groups that you work with at Dentons UK and Middle East? What tips can you share?
And so we do. I mean, firstly and crucially is identifying those sponsors, identifying the law and the lawyers too. So important to get stakeholders at all levels, but particularly among the partnership and the lawyer community and among the lawyers. So we do have innovation committees. So each of our divisions has got an innovation committee that one of the innovation team runs and leads with the lawyers. So use that as a platform, using sponsors, getting those sponsors say with Loople and getting them up to speed with it, actually using them as a voice is really, really powerful and something that we very much leaned on. Clearly training, making sure that the training has been succinct and been targeted at the appropriate groups. So we focused on that. We've used practice group and divisional meetings to provide that training, but also to work to have more focused sessions. So we use them as a bit of a wider net to cast, and then have had more in-depth conversations with those teams to work out exactly what their specific problems are and help them to develop use cases for them to go ahead and use it on their own transactions and projects. So there are a few other ways that we've done it. And I think they're probably the crucial ways that we have been doing that we've done it. And I do think that the most important one of those points is to really identify those lawyer sponsors who can then kind of sell the product internally.
And you've touched on this. I suppose from what you've just said, it's not really about breadth so much as depth. And so, what's your take on finding use cases versus looking at specific features? Is it easier for you to upsell a feature or to identify a sort of use case or matter type and find the tech to fit in with that?
Yeah, so as with all technology, I think it has to start with the problem rather than the technology. As a team, we have to be focused on the problem and providing simple and effective solutions. With Loople, we're very careful to identify and focus on teams that we think would benefit from using Loople, i.e. larger teams who worked on complex projects with tight deadlines, numerous moving parts, etc., etc. Loople's really just become another valuable tool that we can call on. For instance, we've recently finished running a series of workshops with our banking and financial teams, where we've process mapped the transaction from start to finish, understanding where lawyers are spending all their time and where are the pain points, and then recommending and implementing solutions to that. And actually, Loople was identified as a solution for a number of those teams where the teams have identified issues with communication among the team, tracking tasks and where they are with particular tasks, and transparency. And Loople really comes into its own in all those regards. So it's very much another tool in the toolbox that we can use in those instances.
Great. Thank you so much, James. It's great fun working with you, and great to be able to share some of your insights today.
Thanks, India. Great to be here.